Hello there, my name is Placeholder and welcome back to the last Caretaker. Today, we have some updates from last night / yesterday. First obvious thing is that they changed up the overall control panels, so now we can actually switch between the gas and electric engines, or both, from up on the con tower, the control room. The anchor button has changed. We also have an actual horn now. And on top of the horn, we also have like an actual horn attachment, except for you can't really control it on and off right now. You can just plug it. But it's a pretty neat system that we now have. We actually have a proper horn. Maybe we can actually get some customization for that horn. I'm going to turn that off because it's kind of just loud. This is huge. This didn't used to be here. I don't know if my previous videos, you'll probably see in some of my videos that are released later. I had to put this extender here just to be able to charge myself while I was up in the cockpit. But now, theoretically speaking, I can just pull energy right from the actual battery of the boat itself. And, moving on from that, we have some new symbols for different containers, which include all of these down in these last two rows, which actually include more specific symbols like rubber, copper, iron, aluminum, and glass. And you can also customize the actual names if you don't want to come up with a, particular symbol, if you don't have a symbol that works for whatever you want. Now, you can't put a symbol and a title. You can only choose one or the other. I didn't notice this until, long after I was checking all the new updates, but they took away the railing, which is not the biggest thing in the world, but it was nice not having to, jump over this last night. I was able to just kind of do that. Please ignore all the random cables and everything, because it's not going to make sense currently. I was about to say, where'd it go? The next thing is we have a better food processor, because now the scrapper doesn't actually do anything anymore when it comes to, if you put in bioorganic waste, you now have to put it into this particular scrapper, which produces methane. And it's a much simpler method of producing methane as opposed to just, trying to get 3 different machines just to produce methane to help make oxygen for this place. And next up after that, we have pallets. Why we have pallets, I'm not 100% certain, because we can't stack them on top of each other. But we do have this guy, which hopefully he doesn't break the game. I appreciate that we have a vehicle. It's just it doesn't really work that well on the boat because small surface area, and also it doesn't quite interact with the boat very well because as you start driving the boat, it starts to slide around the deck, and it actually has fallen off the deck a few times. Because you'll see what I mean. You can't really stack. Oh, hello. I'll put it back down because I don't like fighting the ocean. Because I did try earlier to stack on top of each other, and it's good for if you want to quickly move 2 boxes, and it feels like it's less weight than moving 1 box at a time, in a way. But so I don't lose this, I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle it. And I can't remember if this was already here, but we actually have a. My bad. I forgot I have to get rid of the cable first. We have an actual door, which I don't recall that actually being there. Just a nice little addition. Can I move this back to where I want it? That's fine. Yeah, again, ignore all this because I'll probably cover this at some point. But basically, this is just my new gasoline storage room or diesel storage room. What else did I want to cover? Oh, yes. We have new enhancers. Field Medic and Shock Absorber. I didn't quite go crazy with Field Medic, but Shock Absorber, I 100% immediately maxed that out because they also gave me like 350 points to add to everything, so I maxed out dive depth and a few other things. And of course Shock Absorber, because I do not like having to deal with fall damage, especially in some situations where the fall damage works, or rather it doesn't work and you're survived, but then you do that exact same jump 3 minutes later and it's like, oh yeah, no, you're dead. We also have new skills that we learned. There's a couple that are locked behind a quest, which I'm excited to see what that quest is later. But the newest ones that we got, if I can remember where they are, is the Soil Forge Prime, which is the food processor, or the bioprocessor into like a food that you can then put into the actual food processor. We have binoculars. I'm gonna get to that in a second. There was something else. Oh yeah, the echo horn. Yep. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't know how I feel about the blues, because they seem... Okay, so they actually... Okay, they are better than the standard green. That's not too bad. I also noticed that they did updates, so now you can't pull out the electric weapons in the ocean. That's not good. Go away. How'd I get to 45 meters deep already? Do I sink now? Do I have weight? Alright, but anyway, the other particular item, because like I've been using the sniper rifle for distance viewing, but this just revolutionizes the idea. And last but not least, of course, we have new locations that spawned. So, strap in, because we're going there next. Oh, cool. They actually updated the travel distance, so I can actually see about how many kilometers I need to travel. That's cool. Alright. Let's get into it then. Oh. I kind of wish the horn wasn't just a build-up horn. If it was just like a But also, it's probably a good thing it's not a proper horn like that, because I would probably spam it too much. It also seems like they updated the overall engine, like, proficiency, because I kind of zip a lot more with even just on battery power. 2 days ago it felt like, I mean, not like it was a slow trawl, but it would definitely feel a lot slower than this currently. Oh, that was another thing, actually, because I also found re-explore in some places. I found, like, cash dollars, which is just fabric scraps, but I thought it was a thing to bring up. That they're adding new items to find in the game. How did you get down here? Oh, they also have, like, some new health stims as well. Or, like, yeah, it's stims specifically for your green bar health, not your energy health. Which is arguably useful. They also updated the actual bars themselves. If you look closely, you can see green crosses or blue light impulse floating in there. I was very surprised when I got on last night. I was like, alright, cool. Because I saw that there was like an update, but I figured it was like, you know, minor things that they were going to fix or do something. But I didn't see like any like announcement from them. So I was very surprised to see a whole new vehicle, pallets, food processor, or a ingredient processor, more or less. And then just nice little quality of life updates, like actually using more of the control panel, essentially. And then, I know it's not that big, but just having a nice open area to just run out instead of having to run, hop over. One thing I would say to have as a next, like one of the next like functions on the boat is have a similar thing like the horn, like the one that you can plug in outside, that just plays the music, the ambient music of this game. Because I really enjoy it. And like, I'm the type of person that while I'm in the middle of a voyage, I like to do other projects, like build more building materials, or empty out the net in the back, or create food for potential future humans. So it would be nice to be able to hear the music while I'm in transit more often. I could have sworn we would have been a lot faster. I mean, we are a little faster. Turn on the diesel. I'm going to turn the diesel back off because it's not a huge change. And let's just kind of vibe. We got 5 kilometers to travel. The ship has come a long way since the first couple episodes. I've added so much stuff to it. I really hope whatever this next location is, it's not under the water. Because as much as I like this game, the underwater portions are stressful. Holy shit, I made a lot. Yeah, I'm currently stocking up a bunch of different food items for future humans. Because I have all of this mental stuff, so I might as well start working on food, and then next time I get to a point where I can get a seed from a seed vault, I can just dip on over to the Lazarus facility, which I did. It's not released yet, but I did go back and actually get that to full operational status. I know I'm OCD, but, you know, I can deal with it. I also kind of wish that the actual pallets kind of locked in place more, because they're not super loosey-goosey, but they don't quite, you know, just sit and lock into the deck as much as I would like them to. Oh. Yeah, that did not used to be there before. Because that's the Lazarus complex. This is totally different. Hello, Mr. Shark. Fuck you. They've also made these guys a little more hostile. I notice as soon as they're in the water, if you jump in the water, yeah, they just... no holds barred. I was just trying to talk about being nice to you. Fine. I'll kill on sight with you. Now I have to be a lot more careful because I can't pull out my electric weapons in the water, which is going to be a bit of an interesting test, because that was like my go-to weapon, especially for diving into different areas that were all flooded. Or the different, like, leaking graves that were all, like, city blocks that are fully submerged now. I don't have much of an organization system, but I try to do as much organizing as possible. Why did I bounce? Oh, actually, since I'm here, the only thing that's weird about this particular machine is it just kind of spits out the food, or the ingredients, as opposed to, I don't know, like, putting them in a container. But baby steps, people, baby steps. When did it get foggy as fuck all of a sudden? But yeah, I like doing all that type of stuff just to keep myself busy so I'm not just, you know, sailing aimlessly. And that way I also have resources when I need to get to a particular area and I need to prepare a bunch of stuff or build new items to keep stuff generated or powered, rather. Very nice clear day. I can actually see a lot of the different points of interest pretty clearly today. Slow down a little bit, not that much, because I want to go and grab.
There's another before you, same frame, same design, same directives, but when I sent the signal, only you answered. I need to know why.
I need to know why, as well. Well, yeah, that is peculiar as to why I'm the only person that's actually awake. So yeah, let's figure that out today, should we? Do I not have attachments for it? I do. Let me go build a site for it, because I'd rather not. Hello. Rather not go in without being able to aim with this pistol that I don't typically use. place I marked. Strange female voice in the sky. Where am I? Sanctuary Dock 12. Did I not come here before? This didn't used to be here. Did it used to be here? Oh. Snap, the plot thickens. Alright, hold on. Okay, door is locked, so let me park her here. Okay, good, I suspected correctly, so they want me to use the... Wait, these just illuminate when I'm in the water? That's actually kind of cool. Kind of makes me a moving target for any type of large creatures in the ocean, but we'll deal with it. Because I saw stairs behind here. I was just going to say, please tell me there's a ladder into the ocean. Thank you. Also, let me reassign the grenades to that slot. Thank you. Lots of resources, okay.
This place is without power, it would seem. You know what to do, Caretaker.
Do I, though? Do I really, though? I do, but, you know, bold of you to assume that I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna need a lot more resources. Cool. Can you swap to the weapon I want you to swap to, please? Hello. Why are you having issues all of a sudden? I don't like that. What the fuck are you little worms up here all of a sudden? Thank you. Okay. Whatever glitch with the weapon system is now wrong. Thank. I know it's nighttime, but how are you little worms up here? Oh, hey, look at that. New cables. I appreciate that. It's not going to be a lot of cables, but... Gee, could I take this one apart? Yes, I can. Why are there 1,000 of you suddenly? Can you all just, like, do me a favor and go away? I appreciate all the scrap or bio waste you're dropping for me. But go away. Where's the power hookup? Because that's the light switch. Duh. There's usually like a lever that I can attach this to. What's downstairs? Oh, right. This is one of those places. Like where we first start. I'm an idiot. You know you want to. Thank you. Having more cables, that's gonna be an issue. Do I have any cables lying around in here? Why do I hear those little roly-polies in here? Well, that explains why I'm the only person that actually responded, because probably roly-polies were in this base shooting any caretakers that came out of it. I really don't want to have to go all the way out to my boat again, but I'm going to have to go out to the boat again. Why did you regenerate? Are there more of these little spores on top of the deck? Yes, there are. Oh, good to know. Max. Alright, back to the boat it is then. Alright. Drop a bunch of scrap. Need that. I don't need any batteries. I don't think I'm gonna need any more cable, but I'm gonna make a couple extra just so that I have it. Let me go and attach this to at least one turbine. Or 3, why not?
Good. Now let's head down below to the charging bays and locate the other caretaker.
Is there another caretaker? Or he did? I actually didn't totally expect to find a secondary sanctuary gate, but it does make a lot of sense. Ooh, that looks like no bueno. Don't you dare tell me you made these guys stronger. Okay. Ooh, lots of diesel in here.
Not just transport, it is continuity, built for persistence.
Back it in. Am I gonna be short enough to get in? Nope. Fuck. I'm able to get in the other one. I was just in there recently. Alright, well let me drop off any of this random scrap. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna need any more cable at this point. But at least right for what I'm doing currently. Oh, I could have sworn this was how I get to the other. Resource hub. Ah, more dollars. So how do I get below? So much tempting loot everywhere. I'm trying not to just overload myself. That's one of the ones that drops from above. Oh, vents below. Interesting. Is there a way I can get into the bottom? Wait. Oh, wait. I know I'm kind of procrastinating a little bit, but it's fine. Fire in the hole. That didn't do as much as I wanted, but it's cool. How is this not unlocked yet? Oh, hello. There we go. Much nicer.
Depending on what you collect, with materials from your fabrication.
I find it a little hard to believe that this panel is open and there's only just scrap metal. Alright, let's stop procrastinating a little bit and actually go and see what all is
Use your dismantle unit to break
in the next area. I don't think I'm gonna need any of this. Let me drop the more rare items for now, so I have a little more room. What am I doing? I should just charge using this.
There are no items. Every system you maintain.
Ah, so many fucking bits of loot, and I don't want to have to keep grabbing it all. That's to get down from upstairs. Oh, fuck you. Shit. reset a little bit.
Feed that into the recycler. Dismantle unit to bring objects to the trash. Then feed that.
Ugh, they pulsate more. That's not. Ugh. Very potent. I was gonna say, please tell me it's gonna be an easy one here. You guys didn't get very far, did you? Really? How is there no power? I swear to God. This is my bane. This is the bane of my existence with this game. It's like, alright, I established power. Why am I not getting power to the rest of the building? There we go. Why there's a separate power session down here, I don't know. How am I supposed to power this? There's nothing. Alright. Sounds like I need to go all the way back upstairs. Yeah, because there's no battery. I know I'm a battery, but I'm not wasting my resources on that. Nah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing the cable thing. Unless I have to, then I'm gonna do the cable thing. But huh? There we go. So are there any answers?
Caretaker, systems active. Cycle beginning.
My code reached him too, but it never echoed back. There's something unique in your hardware signature. A biometric imprint buried deep in the core. A human ID tag. It wasn't an accident. You woke because of one man who'd already lost everything. He chose you, and you chose me.
Service conditions remain unstable. Human presence is absent. But your task does not
Sorry,
change.
bud. Gotta do it.
The wrath, secure continuity. Grow will not remember you. They will not thank you. But
So
without
there's a. I think the human ID tag is someone that someone else that tried to summon me. Interesting. Oh, there's so much loot here. But I think I'll pass on it and I'll go on to see what the next place is. I'm gonna take some of these robots. Alright, on to the next location then, eh? Excited to see what this new location is, because both the Sanctuary and this are two completely different icons that I haven't seen on the map before. And I know that because if you look at the map over here, I've already traveled that particular area where this, and this, and even the ones up here spawned in. I wasn't there before. And this the Sanctuary dock might have been there because I was going to save this to explore later. But lots of new content just in this last 24-hour period, basically. I don't... Alright. Actually, since we're... pretty small. But again, there's no way I missed it because definitely traveled down this exact same path like less than 2 days ago. We actually add more lights. Not we, but developers. Huh. Housekeeping. They come in anyway. I'm gonna come in anyway. Aha. Oh, ew. Interesting. So while it's not anything particularly related to the story, it does give me some journals, which I need to read those at some point. Why is there a roly-poly on top of this thing? I killed it in one hit. Okay. You know, it just got its guns knocked off. That's new. Okay, I can't move. Can I stop being so bouncy? I guess by this point in time, they didn't expect everyone to really be fully exploring the ocean at this point, so they probably expected it to be these like new nodes, well, other than progress the story with the diaries. To just be actually fun areas to raid. And they are. I just think I overhyped myself a little bit. Is there anything below? Oh, it's just the anchor. Before we sign off, I want to read that newest journal entry and also see if there's any other specific quest lines that popped up. Because that quest I did just now, I should do that first. There's a new item I can build. The night sight. Oh. Does not work outside. I mean, I get it, it's daytime, so ow. But yikes, that hurt my eyeballs. I'll have to try it out more often later on. Yeah, journals. First quests. Anything new? There's nothing available or open, but I got that one done. Log data. What's the most recent one I would have gotten? I need to take it some time and actually read all these at one point. I don't know the newest one. Is there any way... There's no real way I can, like, check to see. But my guess is it'll be the one with, like, the least percentage found so far, so. Let's read at least a couple of these last, like, 4 that are, like, below 20%. Well, it finally happened. The great crash has arrived. Some of us predicted it for years. They laughed and called us tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorists. But who's laughing now? As the water flooded the streets, electronic assets turned worthless. Certificates of deposit collateralized, debt obligations, special draw-on rights, a bunch of hallucinated nonsense. The only thing that matters now is cold, hard, physical cash. As survivors, we must save our money and start trading again. Keep the faith. Okay, sure, bud. Smile at dark. Node 53's failed before sunrise. The hull folded, lights turned to black water. 20 of us launched from Dock 37 in a half-flooded skiff. Following the last beacon, we could hear Gamma. Lee and Cho, our structural engineer, took command. She said Gamma still had air. Before we left, we painted the arrows. One at Sanctuary Dock 37, another at Navigation Beacon Delta. If anyone came after us, they'd know the way. Wait a minute. Another Navigation Beacon Delta. And Orion. I'm gonna check that in a second. Basin selection and node map in 2007. Geophysical and infrastructure data were merged to identify critical monitoring zones across the global oceans. Final output, a global coordinate set for NDN deployment, which each point assigned a unique node ID. Resulted map constitutes the dark field perimeter for post-evacuation ecological and anomaly detection. Well, they didn't exactly do good at detecting that anomaly. The week changed everything. I was a stenographer when Watergate broke, except this wasn't about politicians, it was about the end of the world. Well, yeah. Classified projections, sea rise, maps, extinction, schedules, all stamped Moses. The phones rang for days. Ministers shouted about misinformation, while quietly shipping copies to their own analysts. Protests outside never stopped. People wanted truth, not math. Every memo I typed ended with the same phrase, "Project continues under heightened secrecy." They were already planning who gets saved. Michael Chen, senior engineer. Assembly bunker, North Atlantic Complex. 2083 to 2098, final years of human presence on Earth. First on of VF7 frames delivered from storage. Chen insists on recalibrating each by hand, even though the auto jigs work fine. He says he trusts touch more than sensors. He's quiet, deliberate, smells of machine oil and coffee. The projections work. Green meadow, single sheep leaping. He smiled once, briefly. But yeah, this one. Where was it? Sanctuary Dock 37, another Navigation Beacon Delta. And then Helios Reserve Orion. Did I already go to Gamma? Yeah, I've been to Orion. What was the order again? And then Gamma. Gemini. Because they went from here, that's for sure. Navigation Delta, Navigation Delta. There is no Delta. There's Navigation Beacon 4932, last listening station. And Beacon 15. More plots to unravel. Alright, well, that's the new updates of everything. I'm excited to see where else this game goes, and also where else I can find more things like this on this very vast ocean. As always, my name is Placeholder, signing off.